Hi YouTube, I am still working on my travel scrapbook, and today I am working on my San Francisco layout. I've been there 2 times, and so I really want to document both trips in this one layout. Since I'm so behind, I just want to keep them both in this one layout. So I'm going to include the years just to distinguish which pictures go with which. Trying to figure out what colors I want. I want it to look like water and land, and so I found this map paper, and I have certain water paper, but the colors are not contrasting enough, so I just don't feel like they're popping with the one I had in mind, and so I'm trying to figure that part out. So I like how these turned out. It looks like one page is the land and one page is the coast. These are the pictures that I am working with. So I worked on Canva for this one to look like a Polaroid, just because I remember having the best fish and chips there. So I wanted to make it look like I wrote it on a Polaroid. I think it came out really cute. the sticker for so long. Does anyone else get super excited when you actually get to use the stuff that you've been collecting for years and years? That's how I felt once I finished this layout. I was like, yes, I finally get to use it. And I went with red to matte these pictures. I just felt like white would be too bland, and I really wanted something to pop. I also figured it would go with the Golden Gate Bridge. So I'm going to matte all of these in red. This is my finished page. I feel like I could have kept adding things to it, but this really captures the 2 trips for this layout. I am so happy I finished it. If you watched this entire tutorial, thank you so much.